Just as the video title says, we're going to be checking out a new cannon spot. And this cannon spot, once again, is going to be catered toward people with no overheads and or low HP. Some of you guys may know about the hill giant spot that I discovered, but in recent times they actually updated it, so that's a non-viable option. Basically what they did is they changed the whole landscape, and now there's really no safe spot that is suitable. And I'll be going over that in more detail toward the end of the video. So let's take a look at the new spot. The best way to get there is to go to the Enclave. This is how I get here. Typically you would use a dueling ring. I use my house, which has a dueling ring in it. Which is pretty funny. I probably spent more on the tab than the dueling ring, but whatever. I typically would use a construction cape anyway. So once you're here at the Enclave, all you gotta do is run out the gate and go slightly south. Make sure you have your attack options hidden if you don't want to attack somebody by accident. So obviously, just like any other cannon spot, you're going to want to wear your best gear. I didn't wear the absolute best gear, but it's pretty good considering you're risking this in the wild. It's important to know if anyone attacks you and you think you're going to die, make sure you set the cannon up. That way when you die, you won't actually lose it. So I'm going to be going over the different ways to do this. So typically if you have a main account and or any account with overhead prayers, you're going to want to use this center spot, which I will show in a minute. This is going to be the absolute best XP if you can pray against these. But that's not what this cannon spot's about. So you're going to want to set your cannon right directly here. So of course, in various ways, this isn't perfect. There's definitely going to be times where you're going to have to tank it. So bringing a little food definitely helps. So you also might have to bank a little bit more often. But that's fine because you're not going to want to bring out too many cannonballs anyway. So let's go. Let's see how good the XP is going to be on a main account. Now another thing. Once these are trapped here, you can actually stand here so it's easier to load the cannon. Once these die, this thing's going to back up and hit you. Typically, you'd be standing back here. And keep in mind, this is a multi-combat area, so if you see a team, you better just log out or teleport. So now we're running at over 70k XP an hour, which is already better than the hill giant spot. I'll be back once we're a little bit lower on cannonballs to see how we're doing. It's better to have it positioned right here than it is right here. So if you can control that, that's going to help your XP rates. Because right now you can see I can attack both of these and my safe spot's not too far out. We used about a quarter of the cannonballs. We're running over 70k XP still. And also if you really need it, these drop food once in a while. There's 2 lobsters on the ground right there. That's going to help you as a pure, I would think. Another thing, as you can see, I got these all stuck right here. That's not something you want. You're going to want to move them out a little bit. Right now we got a pretty good ideal setup here. Well, it doesn't look like I'm going to have to use all 1,000 cannonballs. This is hovering around 64k XP an hour, which may vary depending on gear and range level. So now I'm going to showcase the spot you're going to want to stand if you have overhead prayers, which if you have Rune Light is marked here in red. And this is going to be significantly faster XP because you're right in the center of all the mammoths. And depending if you want HP XP or not, you can always attack back and get even more XP. Well, this might be some kind of weird fluke, but I'm actually getting lower XP here. Which is really weird because typically if you set your cannon in the center of a spot, it's going to always be the best, but in this one case scenario, it's either a fluke or it's actually better in my spot. So now let's take a look at the new hill giant location. And of course, feel free to wear your best gear because you're not going to be in the wild. The way I'm going to get there is I'm going to use my blessing to the Karen woodland. Once you're in here, in fact, Infernal Teleport might have been a little bit better. It's kind of close, but once you're in here, this is the spot you're going to want to go to. So I got to run all the way from here to there. Let's go. I'm going to be doing a bond giveaway for this video. All I want you to do is like, subscribe, and comment down below with your RSN. And good luck. I discovered this spot before anyone actually uploaded a video about it. And the reason why I never made an upload about it is I deemed it kind of booty. So this is what you have to do. You're going to have to set your cannon directly in the center, or close at least. And once you get it set up, just run west to the safe spot. To me, it's not the ideal situation. You're going to have to tank hits every so often, which is not only annoying if you're one defense, but it'll actually slow the XP rate down a little bit. And you know what? I think I was wrong on this position because in order to not attack this, I'm going to have to put it right here. And I'm going to reset the XP tracker, but as you can see here, we're running at a pretty decent XP rate. You're going to want to wait till the last minute to fill it. So on a main account, we're looking at least 57k XP an hour. I think that's definitely on the low side. Now, if you don't prefer the wild, this may work out for you. But for me, I don't really prefer running all the way down the street to fill my cannon. That's just my preference. You know, I like it to be a little bit more AFK. So now it's time for us to pick the new winner from the last video, which is going to be a 10 mil giveaway. All I ask for is to like, subscribe, and leave your best comment, and I'm going to be picking my favorite one. So I think I'm going to pick Corey Tipton. Now, I really wasn't looking to get buttered up like you guys might have thought, but I do like the idea that they had. They want to bring back the corrupt dragon weapons for free to play, and I totally agree, and I'm trying to promote that. So Corey Tipton, if you're watching, you won the 10 mil. And even if you're not watching, you still won the 10 mil. Congratulations. So, like always, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for making it this far in the video, and I really hope this video helps somebody who's trying to train their account.
Peace out, guys.